Mm. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Gambling Nights. I am the host. I'm the CEO. They call me Moss Money. Of course, I got my guy with me. Be humble in the place to be. What's up, bro?
We back another week, man. Another week of and one more week closer to football, man. We right here.
Yeah. A lot to talk about, man. Deion shutting down shit at the press conference. We got NFL camp holdouts, injuries, Curry doing Curry things. No, CD holdout, Reddick. You just talked about how Jamar Chase now is holding out. Oh man, this thing is getting crazy out here. But what's going on in sports, and we are all here for it. So, with that being said, it looks like my camera shut down on me. You can still hear me, right?
Can hear you. Yes.
You can still hear me. All right. So that's all good. I'm gonna switch cameras. Looks like the camera overheated on me. Got a new camera, so I'm testing it out. And the test didn't go well. Test did not go well. So just give me a second and I will get right back with y'all. This is why we do these things. Damn, my joint shut down. That joint wasn't even like what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, that's rough.
That's rough, bro. It's an expensive ass
rough.
camera.
Hey, that's live. This live, man. That's what happens when we do live stuff. Things happen.
But that's why we have backup plans. You know what I mean? We got backup plans for stuff like this to happen. So just bear with me, y'all. But we'll keep the show rocking, man. I'm not going to slow up the show. I can still talk. Can't see me, but I can still rock and roll. So with the first thing that we want to talk about, man, is what's going on with Deion Sanders and what's happening with that whole situation. I want to play this video for y'all real quick. Let me know what y'all think about what happened with Deion Sanders at the press conference, I think on the 9th last week.
Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
CBS,
Tyler,
I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, Mile High
Ain't got nothing to
Sports
do with
Radio.
you. It's above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate you, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They know what they did.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
Joe
Ain't got
Rigo, Mile
nothing to
High
do with
Sports.
you. I respect you. That's why I told you that. I'm looking you in the eye as a man. I respect you. I got love for you. But what they did was foul.
Whew. Deion with the heat. Now,
I heard some other stuff that was like, oh, he was going in.
So here's what we think it stems from. So CBS came out with their four corners or the best coaches in the Big 12 for 2024, and the best coaches of I guess Power 5 football. And this is what it said. Big 12 appears to add schools from the four corner states and says goodbye to Oklahoma and Texas. New coaches for 2024 as the league underwent a significant makeover among the league's 12 incumbent programs. Houston stands out as a soul of coaching continuity, with Willie Fretz stepping in from Tulane to lead the Cougars. Kyle Whittingham from Utah is the most successful of all four coaches joining the Pac-12. Deion Sanders is set to attract significant attention as he takes the helm of Colorado, a Big 12 charter member re-entering the league it originally helped establish. Keep going. Deion Sanders was ranked as one of the worst coaches in FBS, according to CBS Sports staff. He came in second worst in the conference and had a Dillingham and 61st overall in major college football. Somehow, Matt Rule was 29th overall after having a similar season in Lincoln. Here's what Coach Prom had to say. Yada, yada, that's Buffalo transition. Nothing really much more than say. But 61st, bro. So bottom of the barrel for Deion Sanders. What do you think about what the hell's going on in Colorado? And what it like was Deion had a reason to be hot? Now he said he looked the man in his eye. He had his sunglasses on now.
Yeah, he did.
He had his sunglasses on now. You know what I mean? So come on now, Deion. You gotta do better than that. But he did say he was looking at the man, said he didn't have a problem with him. He respects him, yada this, yada that, but he got a problem with CBS. You know what I mean? He talked in length about Deion and the job he's done in Colorado and how you feel about the Colorado Buffaloes. Do you think he's right here to be mad, or is it warranted, speaking of what they have against them coming up, in the upcoming season?
I'm hoping it's more than that. I'm hoping it's more than that one article, maybe something behind the scenes of, I don't know. I hope it's more than that for him to be so adamant on not speaking to a network, CBS itself. So this is interesting for me. First time hearing it. I know in the same interview he was going off a little further down the road, asking when they were asking him questions. He was asking them right back, like, well, what does that mean? Tell me, what does that mean? So he might have been just a little ticked off that day. I think it's the same outfit he had on when I watched the video before. So this must be earlier or after. So I think he just was a little bit ticked off or wanted to be very direct. But the situation between CBS and Deion, I guess I got to look a little more into it and see what that drama's from. But, I mean, listen, Colorado, they weren't a good team last year. They were one of the worst offensive lines, defensive systems. They started off hot and they cooled off like I thought they would. And, he has a lot of work to do. So for him being ranked 60 plus, maybe that might be a little bit of a stretch because the dynamic that he brings to a team. But it ain't about Deion Sanders, and it's about how he can coach a team up. And I think we'll see that in the next few years. Is it deserving? I mean, is it not deserving? That's the question. What did he do? What did Colorado do last year besides make a lot of noise? They didn't get a lot of wins.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then he's got a tougher schedule, right?
For sure.
There's a tougher schedule to, coming in this year. I think the over and under was what, like 4.5? Or was it something like that? I think it was.
And I'm going, you know where I'm going.
Where you going, bro?
I'm going under, like this drink is going down. I'm going under that.
Yeah, and they lost some recruits. They got the big lineman. I know that. I think they got who else did they get? I know they lost some. They lost a running back, the starting running back, I think. And then I think they lost a couple guys in the transfer portal. But I know they got some big fellas up front that they sorely needed. And that's the difference, right? That's the difference in, coming from the Pac-12 or just coming up in the ranks. It's not so much the skill positions; it's the big fellas up front,
for sure.
Offense and defensive line. If you can get those boys right, then you got a shot.
Yeah.
But if you can't get those boys right, then you're going to struggle.
Because he has the skill positions, he has the quarterback. He just needs that beef up front. No Diddy. And once he get that, I think they'll be okay. But I think it's going to take time. It's going to take trust. And to be honest with you, man, some of these kids don't like to be coached, man. Some of these kids ain't used to that old school coaching like we did. And right. And when you have a transfer portal that's always open and these guys can run instead of manning up to adversity, then it's going to be tough sledding to get the right pieces. Hopefully, he added some big time coaches to his staff. Warren Sapp's on that staff now, so that's going to bring in some D linemen that want to make it to the next level. He got some other guys on that offensive side of the ball too, coaching. So hopefully that'll be helpful with recruiting and get some of these guys that want to get to the next level in the NFL. They'll come to Colorado. You're in a good conference, man. You're going to see teams like Texas, Oklahoma, You're gonna get the tape. So I say he's like 2-3 years away from contending for maybe a conference championship, and that's a stretch because I got him under 4.5 this year.
Ooh. All right, so we're back live, baby. You know what I mean? I don't look as crisp as I did. We got to see what's going on with the other camera, man. That was not good, but got to have a backup. So we back at it. All right. I like what you said here about Deion. You know what I mean? And let's stay in college football here. You know what I mean? Let's stay in college football. This is a gambling show. We try to talk about gambling as much as we can, but the hot takes and the hot lines will eat up the time. But let me know what you think about this one. Let me bring it up real quick. Ohio State has over 40% of the handle to win the national college championship. Now, that is a ton of money on one team to win it all.
That is crazy.
It is unbelievable how much money is on Ohio State to win it all. Now, granted, my bad. Now, granted, they are completely stacked. And they just lost an all-world receiver in Marv and Harrison.
And they're starting quarterback from last year.
And they're starting quarterback. And they somehow got better. So they are completely stacked of a team ready to go. Now, we haven't. Yeah, go ahead. So we haven't done our college football preview yet. And it'll be hard to bet against this. But 40% of the handle is absolutely insane this early, but this out. So when I see stuff like this, that means the public money is coming all over Ohio State. And I typically go against the grain. I don't really go with the public when I bet. So this is going to be a no bet for me. I mean, they didn't win what? They didn't win the Big Ten last year, right? They still had problems with Michigan, of course. So, now Michigan lost a lot as well. Let's see what Ohio State got in the transfer portal. Because I think they crushed the transfer portal. Let me just see. Transfer portal this year. Well, they lost a lot. They got a kid from Philly, Kaneem Nelson Jr. He was from South Carolina. Got a kid from Buffalo. Who else we got here? Let me see. Get the Ohio State roster up. We gotta get going with our college preview. College is about to start too, right? And then I know obviously Chip Kelly jumped on the bandwagon with the Ryan Day staff. Obviously, go to position. They got some killers on here, man. Jesus Christ. Nelson Jr. coming back. JT Tiamia up front. Will Smith Jr. Who else they got on here, man? Damn, they got some ballers.
My bad.
You good, Melton. I'm just looking at the Ohio State roster here, man, and it's just loaded.
I mean, either way, man, 40% of the handle, I'm gonna go there a different way than that.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, I'm going a different way.
No, it is what it is. I'm not gonna touch that.
Yeah, I'm not touching that either. I was just looking at the who's on the team, but man, like that is a runaway train. But that's an easy like That's like almost a layup for Vegas to screw everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with this much handle this early, it's just like, okay, we going backdoor Ohio State with some bullshit where they you know what I mean? Now obviously they should get in the playoffs, and obviously people go in the trifecta, right? Them winning the division, winning winning the division, the win total, and getting into the to championship.
I'm still seeing them plus 400.
Yes, they're still plus 400.
Ooh, oh no!
Still crazy, right?
That might be.
What's the? Yeah, let me bring it up real quick. What is the
Georgia's favorite plus 300. Ohio State comes behind that. Texas comes behind that at plus 750. Oregon plus 650. Alabama plus 12. And then LSU, Ohio, Ole Miss, Florida State, Michigan, Notre Dame. You see them Notre Dame jerseys they got out there? Them new jerseys looking crazy.
Them Jones shining.
Ooh. I want to sign me up for Notre Dame. Penn State plus 2,200. Missouri. Now Missouri's gonna be my sleeper getting to the playoffs, man. I'm telling you, Missouri is gonna be the team.
Mizzou.
Y'all know how I was on them last year. Ain't nothing changed but the money, baby. We going right back to Missouri. It's gonna be a lot of Missouri action for me this year. Mizzou up and coming.
Yeah, let me bring up the picture for everybody to see real quick.
Mizzou at plus 4,500.
Because we haven't even done the college football.
Nope.
At all. I'm trying to think. Here we go. All right. Let me bring it up for y'all real quick. Do.
Yep. Oh, it went down to 380. Okay, you're getting at 380. So maybe I should jump on to 400 right now, just in case.
So here it is. College football odds to win it all. Georgia, like he said, 300. Now this is DraftKings. His odds are a little bit different. Ohio State was plus 380. Oregon plus 750. Texas plus 850. Ole Miss 14. Bama 14. LSU, Notre Dame, so forth and so forth. Man. Texas is interesting. Yours is back, right?
Yours is back, but they lost their starting running back, I think.
Brooks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Texas is an interesting one, man. Yeah. I'm going to shoot the under though. I'm going to take Texas under team total wins. I looked at their schedule not too long ago. I was like, they always find a way to play down into their competition, and I think it's going to be a lot of hype behind Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna probably fade them as far as going there under team total. I got Ohio State plus 400 to put a little bit of money on Ohio State, put 400. I'm gonna put money on Missouri plus 4,000, and I'm just gonna let that shit ride.
What about you said Missouri to make the playoffs, right?
Missouri to make the playoffs. I do like
plus 175.
Yeah, I like that. It's how many teams now?
Is it 6?
No, it's 8, right? We're going up. We're going up. Yeah, we're going up this year.
Wow.
Just double check. Just double check.
Is it 8 teams?
I'm about to double check right now.
Yeah, if you guys like college football, man, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We will do a college football preview.
Ooh, my bad.
Coming up.
12-team playoffs.
12 teams?
Let's go.
12 teams? Come on, man. That's crazy.
This is a great year for football, man. We got football all year. It's going to get crazy.
12 teams?
We got 12-team playoffs. Can you imagine what December going to look like, bro? Going into playoff football and NFL to the to this. I just
That's crazy.
it's gonna be a great. It's a great sports year this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Usually got 3 months of just some bullshit and some dry baseball, meaningless in the summertime baseball that you just lose some money with this new pitching situations now. But now we had Olympics, you know what I mean? We had the finals go deep into damn near the summertime. And then we a week away from college football. We're a couple weeks away from NFL. The US Open is end of the month. It's just constant sports.
I love
So get ready to gear up because the podcast is coming.
it. Yeah, for sure. All right. So let's keep it moving. Keep it funky with football. Yo, man. All the holdouts, the contract talks, injuries, camps. There's a lot going on in NFL right now. But I think the two biggest stories right now, especially with the two biggest holdouts, let's just talk about CeeDee Lamb real quick and what he means to Dallas and what the hell Jerry Jones is doing. Now, Jerry's been known to wait to the last minute, but then he comes out and says he doesn't feel like there's any urgency to sign CeeDee Lamb. Like he's in no rush to sign CeeDee Lamb. And obviously CeeDee Lamb drops a little LOL on the video. Michael Parsons then retweets the LOL as well. So I don't know what Jerry's thinking or what's going through his head, but they're not going to win without CeeDee Lamb on the field. They're just not. And out of the three, you probably prioritize him, even though I love Michael Parsons, but you probably prioritize him in terms of who you're going to sign first. And you're more likely who you're going to sign the most to. And without CeeDee Lamb, I don't know if Dallas Cowboys make the playoffs, bro.
Guess what?
And I'm here for it.
I don't give a shit. Let CeeDee Lamb hold out, baby. Get your money, CD. Hold out. Don't bend. Stand 10 toes. You know what I'm saying?
10 toes down, hands down like 630.
Owner try to play you too with the, we miss you, but we don't miss you. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, CD, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I don't think they win with CD or without him. It don't make a difference to me. Go Birds at the end of the day. But it's a good story.
It is a good story. What do you think he ranks in terms of if when the contract comes?
Top 5.
Will he be the will he I mean I know he's top 5, but I mean getting a little bit more into details. Do you think he becomes the highest paid receiver in the game?
No. He's just not. He's not better than,
But these cats always reset in the market.
This ain't the quarterback position though.
It's not.
So
it's not.
I don't see him.
Who is it? Tyreek's got the most?
Well, no. My guy from Minnesota just got that new contract. He's getting paid.
Oh, Jefferson.
Yeah. So I see CeeDee Lamb being in that ballpark, maybe 1 or 2 or 3.
Easily over 30 a year.
Yeah, for sure. So he'd be like around there, 30, 31, 32. I think Jefferson's getting 36, 34, something like that.
It's crazy.
So I think he's like in that 30, 31 tier. I think that's fine. Go get that bread. Hold out for a CD, please. Just hold out. Make sure you get your money. Don't let these Cowboys do you like they do their fans every year and year out. You know what I mean? Just
and what's that?
Lose.
Just
get them hype. Get them hype. America's team, blah, blah, blah. And then they get to where it counts and they lose. So just get your money then. You know what I mean? You're not going to win. You're not going to win in Dallas. So you might as well get paid. You're not going to get traded. So just get your money, CD. If it was my opinion and my advice to you, CD.
It is your opinion. It's your advice. Go talk to him. He's listening.
Get your money, bro. Let Jerry open that bank check for you and write them zeros for you.
I feel you on that. All right, let's go on the other side of the equation. So it seems like us Eagles fans, or at least the majority of Eagles fans, are like, man, we dodged the bullet. How we to go on the whole Hassan Reddick situation?
Really?
That's what the sense is, about what's going on with Hassan Reddick. Now, I have a different view of that,
Yeah,
because I think we're a better team with Hassan Reddick on this team, without a doubt.
true.
I think he's a top 5 pass rusher, without a doubt.
Sure.
And I think he deserves to get paid what he's looking to get paid, without
100%.
a doubt.
Yep.
With that being said, though, how do you feel, or how do you think this really kind of went down? Like, because this Jones gotten ugly. Joe Douglas has come out with a statement. Obviously, you've seen the meme and the pictures. I couldn't find it real quick of Hassan Reddick in Japan with an umbrella, just minding his motherfucking business. So he comes out and he says he wants to trade. If you're Joe Douglas and the Jets, do you trade Hassan Reddick, or do you actually pay Hassan Reddick what he wants?
First off, I don't know what the Jets are doing. I just don't understand it. You already knew that Hassan Reddick wanted to get a contract. You set a trade, you lose your best edge rusher to us and letting Huff go, right?
Yeah.
Then you trade for Hassan Reddick that openly said that he wants to get paid. And the reason why we didn't keep Hassan Reddick because we wasn't going to pay him. So why would you acquire him knowing that he wants his contract extension and to get paid for you not to pay him? So if I'm Hassan Reddick, you got to stay 10 toes down and hold out. And I wouldn't play all year because now they fucking with you at the end of the day. And you have all the leverage. You are a top 5 defensive rush end. I think you and what's my man from Cleveland?
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett are in the same, like, only 2 players with consistent back-to-back X amount of sacks in the season. Like, you're up there. You worked hard. You've outplayed your contract. You deserve your money. They played you. Somehow, I don't know how it happened. That contract should have already been done before you got to the New York Jets. That next day you went to New York Jets, it should have been you signing a contract for your extension. That's what should have been happening. They've been playing with your money, and that's why you didn't show up to minicamp, just like Aaron Rodgers didn't show up to minicamp because he was on his excursion. But you went to Japan and said, hey, I won't be there till you pay me. You thought he was going to come to camp? He ain't come to minicamp. You thought he coming to camp? No, he's not. Philly raised, Philly born. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you he's not coming to work until you pay him.
I like that. What's
That's
up, Don?
Don, my guy.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think you trade him though.
I think you should pay him because he's like, you need him to win the Super Bowl. Like, you lose twice, right? You traded your best pass rusher in the Huff already, and then you got Reddick in return and got that trade done. And now you lose your best pass rusher and now a premier pass rusher at that too, all in the same swing. So you can't go into the season without that. Like, you just can't. You're gonna lose. And I think we had talked about it a little bit on the Bird's Eye View show. But like, I think, like, in that division, the way the Jets look like right now, they look so dysfunctional. Aaron Rodgers is not playing yet. They don't have, their defense set. All the players are not there. Like, it seems like it's not all, rainbows and sunshine in New York right now. So,
at the end of the day, Reddick loses his leverage if he plays. If Reddick plays and only gets 7 sacks this year, he ain't getting paid.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? So he can't play. He cannot play until he gets paid. That's it. He cannot play.
I agree.
He got 1 more year, can't play.
I agree. And I think in that trade, they told him that he was going to get money. And they reneged on it and went back on it. Or they gave him a deal, didn't have enough guaranteed money, and it was backed in with all incentives, and it was really just a 1-year rental.
Right, which probably wasn't discussed.
Yeah. Right.
So, but I hope all works with both those guys. Hope they both get their money. They both have outperformed their contracts, so it's worth it.
Yeah. So can't believe the Falcons got Judon for a third.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. It is pretty crazy that they got him for third. I think there was some talks about the Eagles trying to look at him because I can't wait till we get really deep in some Eagles talk because I'm not a fan of our pass rush. I'm not a fan of our defensive line and where it is right now. I think it's sorely lacking. And they're putting too much faith in younger guys to step up in a Super Bowl year, right? This is a Super Bowl year. You need vets, You need people who've done it before up front, and they just don't have it. And
Nolan Smith is coming
come on, man.
with his Louis bags. He coming.
No. No.
He already got 1 sack already, baby. He coming.
No.
Nolan Smith is coming to town.
Stop. And he leaving town real quick too. I mean? Like, no.
That is true. No. Very important to pay players. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's real interesting with, Reddick and kind of CeeDee and how that all plays out, because football season is real close, man. And speaking of football season, with all the camp injuries, kind of some updates, I want to just run through these real quick. I know the biggest one, obviously, how do you feel about JJ being sidelined? Like, I almost feel, and then another thing came out at the Vikings camp today was Addison was carted off. Now, I think it's just a sprain, but Addison was carted off, and you just put JJ on the shelf for the year. Does that tell you that they really just kind of like packed it in? That's how I feel.
You mean pack it in? I don't know. It's a question. So early in the mini camp, JJ wasn't looking good, and then all of a sudden JJ got this crazy knee injury. I don't know, out of the blue, and then now he's out for the season. So maybe he was already hurt, or what the situation.
Well, he had to get surgery, right?
He had to get surgery. They said he had to get surgery. That's what they said.
Right.
So he had to get surgery. He's out.
You don't believe it?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't sound like you believe it.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's just not ready. He's definitely not ready if he has this injury.
We already knew he wasn't ready.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I mean, it sucks. It sucks for Minnesota. That's another team I can care two shits about. And I'm happy Jeffrey's got his money, Jefferson. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that sucks for him.
Fuck Minnesota too.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Minnesota either.
Nope.
They might be up there with number 2.
Right there, number 2. It's a race between them and the Giants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Minnesota just disrespectful. Them fans disrespectful.
Yeah,
yeah. Every
time
they want to come here, doing that shit, and we bust their ass every time.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So who's their starting quarterback now?
Darnold.
Oh yeah, Sam Darnold. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. There's somebody on Twitter who always has updates about the injuries that kind of have been hitting, and he goes through the camp. I guess he's a doctor or something. Okay. Well, he says he's a doctor. Who knows if that's true or not? But I'm trying to find who's some other big notable names or worries about people who have got hurt. Like I said, Addison was one of them that I knew of today. I'm trying to think of somebody off the top of my head that also was like kind of like question, like, not question mark, but like kind of like a big deal if he got hurt to this team. Now, a lot of this stuff is like a lot of camp little knickknacks and, like injuries and stuff. So, I would take some of it with a grain of salt. It doesn't mean that they're going to be out, especially for those looking at things for like fantasy and things like that. But it's still worth noting some of the guys are hurt. Like even for the Eagles right now, supposedly it looks like Cooper DeJean is, he's back in camp. Okay. And I wonder, because we've had so many injuries in the back end at safety, was that rushed? Right? Was that rushed for him to come back? Because, and then we've been, with so many trade talks going on as well. Like, I don't know. I don't know, what some of these guys got to do or kind of put up with in terms of being ready for the football season. It's a grind, bro. Camp ain't no fucking joke.
Oh no, that's why you always wait. That's all before you put in your stuff early and your bets and your fantasy teams. Just try to wait to the last minute, because, like I said, although camp is not what it used to be, But these guys still have a lot of non-contact injuries going into it, and it's unfortunate. But that's the way. That's what football is about, man. Eventually, an injury is going to come.
Yeah, I think the one that went up top of my head was Rondé Moore.
Okay.
I think it was, from Atlanta.
You got Gibbs too. Jamar Gibbs got injured.
Yeah,
too.
Gibbs got hurt. Moore, I think Moore's out for the season. If I'm not mistaken. I think he was the only really big name. They thought Gibbs might have thought, JJ, but they thought Gibbs might have had an ACL injury, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head. Obviously, we remember Herbert had a scare early on, or he has a foot injury, but he's going to be ready for, I believe, week 1 out there. I'm trying to think of anybody else off the top of my head. I thought there was a running back out there who got kind of banged up.
The Giants running back did. Tyron Tracy was caught off.
Yeah, correct. I can't find it on my phone right now. I've been scrolling for way too long, eyes off the camera, so I can't find it. So, but use your outlets, right? You guys know how to find out about camp injuries and updates.
But better news.
Okay, give me something. What you got?
Jim Harbaugh has offered Colin Kaepernick a coaching job with the Chargers.
He should coach, bro. It's too late. Like, I was reading about him trying to kind of come back, and then he's still looking to play, and then something about him trying to do the Olympics with the flag football in 4 years. It's like, bro, you've been out of football for like 8 years.
Yeah,
and
and
not even that. And I say this with all due respect for Cap, but he wasn't that good.
I mean, he led his team to the Super Bowl.
That was a special team. Like, that team, yes. But after that, like, it was just the 1 year.
I feel like he was still young and still could have grown to be like, I really feel like this handcuffed him from being a better player, like learning a little better than
bro. If you look at his numbers, he wasn't a good quarterback. Okay. Like, he wasn't a good quarterback. Was he a good player? Could he play in the NFL? Absolutely. Did he get blackballed? Absolutely. But when he was on the field with the ball in his hand, throwing and playing the quarterback position that we know, he was not good at it. He was not good at it. He was not an accurate passer. He was not an effective passer. He was very athletic. He can do some things with his legs, but we've talked about this before. If you look at the status quo of quarterbacks who win the Super Bowl, they are not run-first quarterbacks.
So I would say I wasn't a big fan of Colin as far as the player. I thought he was just more athletic than he was. Like you said, he's more athletic than he was a quarterback. I thought he was young, thought he could grow. That was cut short. I'm with you. It's time to let it go, Colin.
Yes.
It is. It's time. Listen, like you said, we understand he was blackballed. That's some fucked up shit. I get it. You get an opportunity to make a change now here on the football field that you want to be in. And this is your response when you were offered a coaching job from your own coach that coached you, that's been out the NFL for just as long as you've been out the NFL, that's back in the NFL, and Jim Harbaugh, that's bringing you back on, as offering you as a coaching job. And you say we're still training, bro. Training for what?
Yes.
I think I could bring a lot to a team and help them win it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Nobody's looking for an old quarterback to lead them anywhere. That has not been established. That comes with drama. The best thing you can do is just find yourself somewhere on the field, and that's helping these younger guys lead these younger guys to be Super Bowl champions, like you're saying. I hope you continue to consider that opportunity, because I think you'll be helpful to these young guys.
I think so too.
Being in the locker room, player personnel, player development, let them know like what the heck is going on, what your experiences are, and make a difference in that way. But you're not going to play football in the NFL ever again, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Well said.
I agree. That's Don. I was thinking I didn't want to be disrespectful to Lamar, but I felt like he was Lamar before Lamar came here. Obviously, Lamar's fantastic, but I felt like he was a questionable passer, like you said, and more athletic than anything. And
Yeah,
Lamar has now still working on his ability to throw the ball. I feel like they're very similar. You know what I mean?
They are similar. Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, you talking about Patrick Willis, Armstead, like that defense was so low. Vernon Davis. No, Bowden wasn't on that team. Who else was on that
Frank
team?
Gore.
Gore.
Wasn't it Gore?
That was an old school type punch in the mouth team.
It was a Jim Harbaugh team.
It was a Jim Harbaugh team, yeah. Like, yeah, that team was special. But that defense, it was Patrick Willis. Who's the other boy? Who's the other linebacker?
Navarro
Bowman, yeah. Crabtree, yeah. Like it was a different type. That was just a different type of football back then. You know what I mean? You can get away with that stuff. So I don't know. All right. What else we got on the docket? So we talked about football. So we got anything left in football? I think that's it for football. I don't think I got nothing else in football. We did NFL, we did Deion, we did college. All right. Now, let's switch gears to the Olympics. Now, I want everybody to watch this. Okay? I want everybody to watch this right now. And you tell me what you see. Okay? You tell me what you see. All right. Now I'm going to put this up. That's a big word behind there. It's fraud. Big word behind that, right? So here's the story. He wins the 100 meter in gold. Congratulations, right? Can't take that away from him. Literally by his chin, right? Wins the gold. And it was a close one, but you brung it home, brother. So can't hate you on that.
Absolutely.
But then came in third in the 200 meter. And then he revealed that he tested positive for COVID.
And this is after the antics, after the run.
This is after the
falling
run.
on the track, like he can't breathe. Like, okay, but go. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
No, you good. You good. You good. So that's that day. Now, this is what happened afterwards. Hey, we tested positive for COVID.
2 days later.
2 days later, we got a LV. I guess that's pearls. I don't know what the hell that's on. Out here around people dancing, living life, living up, doing his thing. Now, obviously,
where's his PR team?
I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, very, very, very irresponsible, right? That he ran, I guess, with COVID, knowing what this was from a worldwide virus, regardless of what your opinion of it is. He also gave love to the athletes when he was sick. So he won the 100 and suddenly lost the 200, and now he's dancing. Then he posts and tweets, I think after this, COVID free, right? So, there was other quotes or tweets about, oh, wow, your COVID recovery was faster than your 200 meter run. We all knew along you never had COVID, bro. We're not dumb. So a lot of he had the whole Paul Pierce. Like, let's go back. Okay. We went from that to this. Whole Paul Pierce look. Right? Whole Paul Pierce look. So you tell me, bro, what you think about this story about Noah Lyles, and what do you think this does for his legacy moving forward?
I'm gonna be 100 with you. LeBron gets a lot of hate, right?
Oh,
LeBron gets a lot of hate. As great as LeBron is, he continues to get a lot of hate. No matter what he does, he continues to get a lot of hate. Now, I'm gonna say, with that being said, I think Noah Lyles may have been like USA's public enemy number one, and it's the craziest thing. I feel like it was so many people rooting for him to fail. I think it's his antics, his cockiness and willing to be boisterous. I think that kind of turns people the wrong way, especially when it's contemporary players that they don't do nothing like that. They're not, so hype and jumping around before a race even starts. Don't forget, before this race started, he came running out, sprinting out, jumping up and down, damn near doing backflips before the 200 even started. You said you had COVID. Come on, my guy. You know that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And you get your ass. I mean, you got a bronze, but that's your race. The 200 is your race. So for me, the antics after the race, you falling on the ground, got to be wheelchaired out, then they need an asthma pump. I mean, come on, you gotta take the L. You know what I'm saying? Just take the L. And then 2 days later, you're out in the club jumping around again. Nah, man. And then you want to complain about
it's not like
why
you
ain't
won
got
a gold medal, bro.
Yep.
Like you won gold. You didn't win multiple, but you won gold. Now, usually the person who wins the 100 usually wins the 2. That's how it goes.
Well, the 200 is his race. So this is where I commend Noah Lyles. It wasn't this is his first really couple seasons, which is probably 2 to 3 years of him training for the 100. And I give him all the credit in the world. He bust his ass to work on the 100 and to beat and be the best in the world at the 100. And the most important time, that's the Olympics. The 200 is his race, though, right? His weakness in the 100s is get off. He doesn't get off strong enough. But his later speed is phenomenal. The 200, that's why the 200 is such his race, because he kicks that second, third, fourth, and fifth gear that other people don't have, and he's able to dominate the 200. So to see him coming third in the 200 was very surprising. He gave you his antics on why he came in third, ultimately because he had COVID. But then on top of that, he wants to talk crap about basketball, NBA players, Anthony Edwards on getting his shoe deal, and why Adidas hasn't given him his shoe deal. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about? You're a track athlete. Nobody's wearing your shoes. Nobody. You wear sprinter shoes. Who's wearing sprinter shoes besides the track player?
Yeah.
So nobody's going to buy those shoes. People love Anthony Edwards. They're going to buy his sneakers. He's likable.
He is.
He's likable. He's a dog on the court, but he keeps on the court. You know what I'm saying? He's funny off the court. He ain't like this guy that you want to. You're trying so hard. I think Noah had the idea of, I'm gonna be the Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna be the, what's my man up doing the UFC? What's the bull?
Alessandra.
No, the
Pieta?
Irish bull. The Irish bull.
McGregor.
McGregor. I think he said, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna boost myself up, get a lot of marketing behind me by being the villain. And now you're the villain. But I've never seen, going back to what I said originally, a lot of people from US rooting against you. It's been crazy. I'm talking, my timeline's like, yo, this bull better not lose. That's what they kept saying. He better not lose. He better not lose.
So they was waiting.
They was waiting. People was waiting. The memes was ready.
Yeah, well, they got him.
They got him.
Got him. Man, Don says, man, listen, when I tell y'all the women's U.S. track team did not come to play, they whooped ass.
Amen. Amen. And they fine as hell. It was some fine ass women in that on that track and field, all up and down, every country. They was looking good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah,
looking good, man. Looking good out there.
All as most track sprinters do. Women sprinters do. All right. So fraud, yes or no?
Yes.
I agree.
How about Quincy Hall, man? Quincy Hall probably had the best race in the Olympics.
Oh, the comeback? What was that? Was that the 400 he
Fifth
ran?
place in the 400. Coming around the last, 80 meters?
Yeah.
I mean, mouth wide open, form all crazy. I've never seen nothing like that.
Yeah. He willed himself to the finish line.
Eyes closed, just was going.
Willed himself to the finish line.
Quincy Hall, man, I think he got the race of the year for sure in the Olympics, man. And like you said, salute to the women track team. I mean, so many to name who did really, really well. They really came to play. Especially that 400 relay, the 4x400 relay.
So because of trademarks, I can't play the video. I mean, I can't play the sound on the video. So deal with it. I'm gonna try my best. to give you Steph Curry cooking.
Amazing fourth quarter. Oh my gosh.
Let's hit him with it. Corner,
Give me
pull
that.
back,
Bucket.
splat. Bullseye. LeBron at the top,
Fake
backwards
screen.
pass.
Give me that.
Off. Give me
Fourth
that.
quarter. All this under
Fourth
3
quarter.
minutes.
Fourth quarter. Let's go. He's cooking up. With ball to his
6
left,
point
step
game.
back.
6 point game.
But two, get your
Bang.
ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. What did he
Back
say?
up the line.
You don't know about me. Y'all know about me.
Again.
They keep going for the punk fake.
Bang.
You know what I mean? You already know. You
And
already know.
The best shot of the series was coming up.
It's coming up right here at the end. Here we go. This thing was ridiculous. This is one of those
Give me
Steve Kerr. What are
Give
you
me that.
doing? Off a foot, 2 people on him.
Bang.
Rainbow.
Good night.
Night. Let me, night, USA. Now, the homie
What a moment.
Don said it earlier. LeBron getting the MVP, he thought was some bull. And I would agree with this statement.
I don't think so.
I mean, when the lights were the brightest, and this has always followed LeBron, even though he's made so many game-winning shots, he's always been a pass-first guy. Always. He's always been like that. So it's no knock on him. Let me get something else up here for Steph here. Can't get it. There we go. I'll take that too. So there's no knock on Bron, but I do think Steph should have won MVP.
Why?
The way you know what I mean? Like, and I beg the question here, man, and you gotta let me know what you think here. I know what your answer is, but I want you to be subjective. I want everybody who's watching to be subjective. If you're out there watching, I want you guys to just listen to me. Is Steph Curry putting together a career where he could be, we already know he's the greatest shooter, where he's putting himself in a conversation where he's the greatest player to ever play the game? No? That was a quick no.
Because he's not. He's the greatest shooter of all time.
We know that. That's
right.
already finished. We don't even got to have that discussion.
He has other
I'm talking about the greatest player to ever play the game.
No, he doesn't have he don't have the stats to show that.
He doesn't have the stats. What is he missing? What is he missing?
Assists, rebounds, defense. Like, what do you mean? He's a liability defensively. It's just that's off the strength. The greatest players weren't a liability anywhere. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, two of the best, greatest of all times. Stats on every side. Defensive players on both sides. So yes, Steph will be the all-time greatest shooter to ever probably walk the planet, and he showed that in the last 3 minutes of this USA game. But don't forget, Don, the MVP was for the whole Olympics. I think LeBron was the most consistent of all the Olympians that played each game. Curry had some bad games. He had like 2 good games, and really only had a great third quarter. 3 minute minus 3 minutes of the fourth quarter of the final.
Mm-hmm.
Embiid went off one game, but this is all led by LeBron James playing 21, 22 minutes a game, constantly double digit assists, rebounds. So for me, he is the MVP because he just was such a utility to push this team to the next level, right?
Yeah.
But the sad thing about this, and this is what I don't think people really realize, this is almost tear-jerking. What we saw in that USA team was an end of an era.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I don't think we realize that we've grown up, seeing these great athletes and great players play. But when you look at LeBron, Durant, Curry, these guys possibly won't be on the next Olympic team. And that's only 4 years away. So we're coming to the closing of a chapter of some great, great players.
Agreed.
And it's sad, because I don't know who's next. Obviously, it'll be somebody next. But, man, I mean, you're talking about some of the greatest, and we were able to be a part of some of the greatest. And Michael Jordan, when we were young, LeBron, Kobe Bryant, within that gap, being great, right, led to LeBron James being great. And since LeBron came in, it's really been, I guess you can put Durant in that category too.
For sure.
But it's been like, Melo maybe, but I would say it's a different tier below. But I feel like it's been a little gap. Steph Curry will go into that area. He changed the game as far as the way the game is played. A lot of 3 balls being put up. All the kids want to shoot threes. Everybody want to wear Under Armour now. At one point.
Yeah.
So it's just a sad moment, and I'm happy it ended that way because to see that happen, it was just really amazing.
Those 3 will never play again.
It's crazy
together. Yeah, they'll never play again together. And I think you're right. It's the end of an era because Bron ain't playing for another 4 years.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? At best, a year. And that could be this year coming up.
That could be.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That could be this year coming up. So, Don, I know it's early, but how do you see the U.S. team in 2028? I think Durant will be there. I think Durant will be around for another 4.
Think so?
Yeah, I think Durant. I think Curry. They're getting close to the end, but probably Embiid. But they said he doesn't know if he'll even play for USA.
Well, I mean, you got the young guys for sure. Tatum, right?
Yeah,
You got
Tatum,
possibly
Brown, Edwards.
Brown. Yeah, you got Ja Morant. Hopefully, he comes back. Edwards going to be probably leading that charge, or he's the next guy coming, right? Ja Morant's got to get his shit together. He's supposed to be that person, but they've shifted from Ja Morant. Now it's on Anthony Edwards.
Zion. If he can stay healthy.
I don't know.
It won't be this team, obviously. It'll be a weak team for sure. But it won't.
See, I mean, you know who's going to be there, and I have faith in that. It's going to be starting too.
Oh, Maxey.
Absolutely. Can't forget that guy to the max. Maxey will be there.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
That's not going to be a bad team.
No, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right.
Yeah. Probably. Brunson should be there too.
Brunson should be around. Yep.
Yeah. You would think Brunson would still be there. Maybe.
I mean, it's going to be. I think obviously other countries are getting better at the game. Don't forget the USA team, when they go play these international games, they're playing their basketball. So they got to adjust their international basketball. So it takes a little bit to understand the rules and be able to, rebound off the rim and the minutes. I mean, it's 10-minute quarters. There's a couple other things they got to kind of get used to, right? It's a more of a physical game. They allow more things to go, fouls to go than they do in the NBA. So you got to kind of really adjust how you play the game of basketball because NBA kind of shapes you to be more given to the fouls and free throws and stuff like that. So it takes an adjustment, but I think we're going to be all right. I think we'll be all right. France will probably be back. Wemby's going to be the future. This is probably Wemby's legacy story, losing that game. This is his.
And he put up numbers too, right? He put up like 20. He had a game high, right? 26, 27.
He was killing Embiid in that first quarter. I'm talking about killing Embiid. So where they had to put Embiid on the bench. He had Embiid trying to figure it out. Embiid came strong in the third quarter, right? But Wemby was fucking him up. Wemby's the future of the NBA. Wemby's the future of France basketball. I'm sure he'll be back. You got 3 more French players that are supposed to be phenomenal coming out. So France will be back in 2028. They'll be younger and probably hungrier than ever because they experienced it.
Yeah, I wonder if Embiid will play for the U.S. again. It'll be interesting to see if he does. Like I said, and when he was playing, like he wanted to feel that what it felt like to win, be around winners, be around champions, because he hasn't been there, he hasn't been that, and I think he's right. He is the most hated player in basketball for whatever reason, international, national, it don't matter. He's just hated everywhere he goes.
I mean,
I've never seen anybody be booed like that. Never
because
seen that before.
he's a citizen of France too. He is
Yeah, I
dual
know he's a
citizen.
citizen of France, but I just
So
never seen it.
I get why he was being booed in France because they wanted him to play for France, right?
For
But at the
sure.
end of the day, if he wasn't playing for Cameroon, then he wasn't playing for France. I don't think. I don't even remember him even having time in France. So
He just has a
he
citizenship.
just has citizenship. I'm sure to get out, the by way of getting out of Cameroon, he probably had to go by way of France to get to Kansas. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
and then you think Cameroon don't have a team to that can compete in the Olympics. So why would I go to Cameroon to play when they're not even going to not even going to make the Olympics?
Man, I'm not going to no damn Cameroon 20. Let's keep it a bean. Keep it a bean. Anybody going to Cameroon? I want to win, dog. Right? Am I playing on damn Cameroon?
Like Luka Doncic out there, just like, yeah, where's my help?
Yeah, we're not doing that. Just so we can go around and talk in a different language, and I don't know. I can't relate. So let me stop talking shit. You know what I mean? But we got Deion, NFL, Ohio State, no allows, CD holdout. We talked about Curry, cooking them boys in France, coming home with the gold. Embiid is I don't know, what is a world? You think is a world champion? Would you say Embiid is a world champion?
Definitely a world champion.
A world champion, right?
By Noah Lyles' definition that you play people from other countries to make you a world champion, right?
Okay.
That's what we did. We played people from other countries in the biggest stage, and we got gold.
Yeah, world champion. So
World
Embiid is a world champ. Anything else out there we got that we could talk about? I think I hit all my major points tonight.
You did, man. Let me just double check. Let me run through it one more time, like you just did. I think we straight though.
I love how Don loves my sense of humor. Not everybody. Yeah, I mean, you got to, because sometimes I'll be talking shit and people don't get it. I'm really mad about my camera though, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Take that shit back.
I should. Like, that wasn't even. It was running in 4K though, so I'm wondering if that's what made it go hot. But still, at this stage with this type of technology, these drones should be able to do this shit. So I'm gonna figure this shit out.
I don't know if we need you in 4K though, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Why you say that?
We trying to get new listeners, keep listeners. You in 4K might be a little scary. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little scary. It might be a little scary. I want you to scare people away. The 4K might be too crisp. You don't want to scare nobody. Let's keep it.
What the fuck you trying to say, bro? I'm like, what?
It's for the people. Little jokes for the people, man. They get it.
They're trying to scare people away. Man, fuck you. I mean, don't let the child. This is a great smile, boy.
It is, man. You're a great host, too, man. You're a great host.
Man, it's a great smile. So, with that being said, we'll leave on a great smile. We'll leave on a joke. We'll leave on a toast. This is Gambling Nights. I'm Moss Money. This is Be Humble. We will see you guys next week, and make sure you guys are around because the betting shows are coming, and they're going to be coming in hot, and we're going to be dropping college, NFL, football season. You know how we do. Oh, yeah. Also, we are starting a Money Pot Survivor NFL pool.
Let's do it.
So last year, we've kind of kept it like internal, had about almost 25 to 30 people. I think it was around 25 people. So it's $100 to enter. Winner take all, survivor pool. If you don't know what NFL survivor pool is, you pick a team to win each and every week. And you can only pick that one team once. And you just you got to survive. Usually, winner is paid out probably by like week 12, week 13. I don't think I've ever seen it go the full season. So, usually around that time was where everybody's kind of out of there. Everybody takes the quick ones early, but then once it gets started late in the season, it starts to get tough. So no spread, no nothing, just winners. So if you ever play NFL survival pool, you already know what I'm talking about. If this is new to you, if you're just hearing this for the first time, that's the kind of gist of it. So make sure if you're interested and you want to jump in, make sure you leave a comment with your email address. We will reach out to you and see what's up with the what's up. If you're trying to get on, we're trying to run this thing up, man. trying to run it up, trying to get to 100, right? $100 win you 10 grand.
There you go. Easy money.
You know what I mean? Easy money. All you got to do is pick winners each and every week. Don't come here trying to pick winners off us because we try and win too.
Right.
Actually, never mind. Go ahead. Come on in. Come on. Come watch. We don't care. We like to share too. So for myself, again, this is Moss Money. That's Be Humble. This is Gambling Nice. This is Money Pot Betting. We will see you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody.